Against Terizlatig?
Yeah.
Not so sure if there's enough of a front line and a clean set for that Ixia to work here.
Yeah.
I'm skittish.
It might be difficult for the Ixia to find the right position here. Let's see. And it's the carry that actually goes to Vitality. Real quick, Leo, what do you like about the draft of Falcons Vega?
Falcons Vega, they can fold the map in half. That's one thing. They own the macro.
Okay, they own the macro. What about you, Midnight? What do you like about Vitality's draft?
There's a good chance that they snowball out of the Martis and chip combo, but if not, then the normal marksman might just be able to make it work for Vitality.
The conditions have been set, and this is how we go. Falcons Vega will want to play the map. Vitality would like to play the fight. A storied rivalry. Will it be V for victory or victory for Vega? Let's go to our casters.
Thank you so much, Renmar. We're here on the final day of MWI, the first of 3 matches. My name's Trex. Joined with me today is Mirko.
Hey.
On the desk. We're going to be taking you into the land of Dawn. Now, I couldn't have said it better myself. Vitality versus Team Falcons Vega. This is the grudge match of MWI right here. This is the grudge match of the decade between women's teams. And it's always been one-sided to Vitality, but this time there's a lot of people with feelings in their heart that Vega might be able to pull it off. The drafts do not disappoint. We got some spice in there. We got some interesting plays. For me personally, Team Falcons Vega, they have this Martis. They can play for some early game aggression, especially at the level 4 spike with the Lu Yi, with the chip. They can get some movement down. But Team Vitality have a nice little pocket strat going on here. A lot of possibilities as well.
It's an age-old matchup. Fumieko going to be caught in the onward and Earth Shatter. Good jump back as Fumieko flickers to safety. Vivian going to be caught in the midst of it all. Violet doing some damage together with Tal. Crash course with the stun. Vivian still able to dash out to safety. But they will be able to utilize the advantage here. Just invading a bit, getting a little bit of that lead that they need to look for that snowball.
Most definitely. You know, we talked about mid. Something I want to focus on a little bit and ask you about. This gold lane matchup, Shell versus Chinsha. We have not seen the Ixia. I think, was this a debut pick for it? I'm pretty sure for MWI.
We saw Shanoa
played it and got the Savage on it. So how do we feel? I like the poke. I like to be able to at least deal with Shell in the laning phase. But as the game goes on, you know, the carry might start to outscale a little bit.
I don't know about that. I mean, I feel, yes. I mean, if you can get some of these members locked down damage-wise, especially single target, Shell will be able to win that out. But Ixia, in this lane alone, Ixia is always a lane bully. Even up against lane bullies, she's the one to bully the lane bully. She is the
bully.
She is the boogeyman to other boogeymen, right?
Okay.
In the gold lane. And it's really all because of the range and that crazy sustain that you get after every 3rd hit. And you can utilize your abilities too to get that passive. So Carrie, more of a non-laner at this point. She's really just trying to survive the lane, get to the item power spikes, and then help out later by shredding a few of these frontliners. Seems now Vivian getting caught. Idiot reaction, still getting the shove down. Purify going to be used up by Tal. She pops in the crash course. Fumieko getting level 4. Violet already level 4. Hovering over the turtle, but take a look at those resources. Very low health bars on Team Falcons Vega.
Yeah, and I see Fumieko sitting with that penalty zone ready to go. It's got that green dot, and everyone's at about half health. And that's exactly what Vival wants. It's like, get the penalty zone in. I come in with the Lycan Pounces, but wait, Echo in a little bit of trouble.
Earth Shatter together with the crash course, really just trying to zone Fumieko away and deplete her of some of the resources that you would usually get in the XP. Another crash course by Tal. Fumieko trying to punish this penalty zone, locking 2 members down. The troll kick is placed down, but it's all in the midst of it. Oh, good implosion catching them. Zinni able to use a yin-yang overturn. Vival just executing them in the back. Now, in that notorious gun form on the Roger. Just trying to poke a little bit. Violet and Funi forced back 2-0 start.
I like the respect there from Team Vitality. They don't overcommit onto the turtle. They get their 2 kills. But they also know that Funi's still a threat. One big duality proc and things could look dangerous. Team Falcons Vega approached that fight right. I think the goal is to keep Fumieko away because, as I said, a bad penalty zone could be game-changing. Look at the fans for Team Falcons Vega out there. They seem to always show up for the Falcons. Doesn't matter what game you're playing, doesn't matter what you're doing, they show up for the org. And right now, they got some support in the building.
Shout out to, what do we call them, the Falcons? The Falcons in the building.
The nest?
The nest.
Welcome to the nest, baby.
Welcome to the bird's nest, the Falcons nest. Good trades going on now. Team Vitality utilizing pressure that they've already built up. Bio Melee taking 2 shots of the turret in the bottom side of the map. And it seems they won't be able to get anything off of that. Vitality pick up all of the advantages around the map.
I'm wondering if they should have maybe gone for the gold plating there. They decide to back off though, get back, play the whole map. Turtle's going to be up in about 96 seconds, so let's take a look at the items real quick. Like I said, I really want to focus on gold lanes here. I think it's going to be huge for both of these teams. 2.7, 3K, nothing major, both taking a similar route. We lock in the Corrosion Scythe. Down in the mid side, Cine up against Funi as well. Nothing too major, nothing too different about these builds at all. Roger holding, though, about a 500 gold lead over Maylane right now, and Maylane needs to find a point where she's going to start scaling. Windtalker just gets locked in, so we're going to start seeing a little bit of a pickup of pace from Vival here.
I love the build coming in from Vival here on the Roger.
Different than usual, right?
Yep.
No, not War Axe. A lot of time when we see the jungle, we see the War Axe first. This time they go for the Windtalker.
Exactly. Usually War Axe, Sky Piercer, those are the two items you want to go for, but at this point she's just playing for the mobility. She knows that Team Falcons Vega have a lot of lockdown, and the mobility will definitely help her getting out of these crazy situations. Shell pops into ultimate. Maylane gets zoned away just because of that. Dashing forward. Talking to be caught in the Yin Yang overturn. Forced to use the Purify. And just like that, again, Vitality are reacting to the moves of Falcons Vega, but they're winning out in these maneuvers around the map.
Yeah, they continue. It seems like Team Falcons Vega, after taking that those 2 deaths earlier, they know the gold lead's a little out of hands. They don't want to really have a big fight right now, especially with Vivian holding the front side. You have someone that can really kind of change the course of a battle instantly, and they don't really have some. Yes, they have the crash course. Whoa. That isn't going to be game changing, but hold up on top. Fumi Echo still just gets away.
Oh, and Fumi Echo wants to fight, goes in against 3 members. Gets caught in the Earth Shadow and the onward here. There's a lot of damage coming down. Penalty zone. Fumi Echo against the world. One more Wait City comes in with the Yin Yang overturn. And it is going to be a win for Team Vitality. Not only do they get a win up top, they get a turret down below.
How does that happen? How does that happen?
In the words of Chell, they're just better.
They're just better right now. It's game 1 and Team Vitality showing dominance, 4-1, 2.5K gold lead. I mean, Team Falcons Vega tried to make the play. They're the one who initiated that, man. They wanted to fight. They brought out the gloves first. They called out Fumi Echo on her own turf and fall short for it. They lose, what, 3 there? 2 there?
Yeah, they lose technically 2. 3 with a turret, right? 2 members and a turret.
At this point, they need everything. Turret counts as a hero.
Absolutely. And they only get Terizla, and that's a trade that Vitality are definitely very, very happy about. And this is why we were having conversations behind the scenes, while the analysts were doing their thing about this matchup. And this is an age-old matchup. One that only, in 32 meetings, Falcons Vega have only been able to win once. Fumi Echo able to clear out the way. Chinchao not going to go for the turret just yet. Fumi finally decimated in the bottom lane by the Martis. But Chinchao's the one who picks up the kill. And finally, they get something on the board. But it's also something traded back.
Yeah, now as the gold starts to grow in change, Vival goes for the Sea Halberd first. A very different build. And I think this could be due to how ahead they are. I don't need the War Axe. I don't need sustainability because I ain't gonna die. I don't gotta worry about that. We're going damage. We're going pen. We're just trying to lock down on you guys. So it's definitely an interesting build, but it's definitely gonna kind of change the way that Vival wants to fight in this. And I think it's gonna be comfortable for Vival. They're a fast-moving team. They want to be aggressive, but it's more of like a jump in, hit something, get out. Jump in, hit something, get out. And they're making it work very well. Team Falcons Vega, when I was looking at the items, another thing to point out is Shell is starting to escape as well with that gold lead. Chinchao falling behind a bit.
It's so different to see. I mean, isn't it weird to see such a dominant force in the gold lane throughout MWI? Chinchao finally losing out in lane, and it's on a lane bully too. Chel's just been able to outsmart her. Waiting in the bushes, gap closing really, really well, and then using the ultimate to really force those flickers out. So Chinchao hasn't been able to get a good time in lane, and now you can definitely see it already because Chel, she's reached her power spike first. Level 10 to level 9 too. Now level 11 to level 9. Finally gets that level 10, so it's not that big of a difference, but you can already see Vitality hovering over the first Lord.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, Lords definitely, I would say, in the favorite of Team Vitality. I think one of the things that Team Falcons Vega's got going for them is the surprise effect, right? They have the chip. They have Funi on this Lu Yi. Had a bit of a mind blank there. So they have that possibility, but it's like, do they really want to take that now? It's a 4K gold lead, and they don't have a big... I think if they had something like the Riz, something that could really catch them off guard, Violet can lock some people down, but as long as Team Vitality stays split up, it's just one member, and you're an easy target for Cine if you mess that up. You're an easy target for Shell if you mess that up. So I like the way that Falcons Vega is approaching this. They're going for some bot lane pressure. Even if they lose this Lord, they want to get something on the map out of it. So they're able to take this tower down on the top, the tier 2, down on the bottom lane, tier 2, which is going to be huge. Team Vitality now having to send someone over. So I think this could really be the correct approach for this Lord. If Team Vitality doesn't want to rush it, then Team Falcons Vega is going to play the map game.
This is something, a development that we've seen from Falcons Vega. Crash course over to Fumi Echo, but it's just a Therese. I don't think they want to go for the all-in there. Vivian, though. Already with the conceal, saw that melee and used the Mortal Coil, trying to go for it, but will not be able to. Back again, Falcons Vega, they have shown throughout MWI again that they've kind of fixed their mistakes. In the past, they were very, very vulnerable to late game decision making, to the discipline as well. They fall flat usually there, where they make up for it with insane early game. But in MWI, they've actually been able to adjust a lot of times. I think it was yesterday that they went for the split push instead of going for all team fights, and they ultimately were able to win the game with Chin Chao split pushing into mid lane with a Harith.
Now, I think we've seen a lot of variety from Team Falcons. Not as much as... So Team Vitality showed a lot of variety in terms of hero pool. Team Falcons has showed a lot of variety in terms of playstyle. We've seen them be aggressive in early game. We've also seen them get pushed to late games and still be able to pull through. So we know that Team Falcons Vega have that will to win in them, even when they're pushed against the wall. Down in the items, though, looks like we're going to be going into a Holy Crystal next right after the Lightning Trench, just straight to it. And this is what happens when you have that lead, right? You build aggressively, man. And we finally get the War Axe in for Vival as well, which again, we've seen it before, and we have to go defensively already for Chincha, huh? Already got to pick up Wind of Nature, which I don't think is horrible, but it's definitely going to slow down damage, right?
Heavily. Vivian already moving forward. Chincha flickered out. So preemptive flicker just by seeing Vivian. That's how scary
he's nervous.
Vivian is. You can see definitely, nervousness there. She already has a Wind of Nature, and now she doesn't have the flicker. So one defensive tool left. That's the Wind of Nature. She's still going to be very, very immobile in these skirmishes. No Mathilda to help her as well. And because she has shown herself in the bottom lane, Vitality want to just go for it. Vival's 3 levels ahead of Maylin. I don't even think they can go for this. Fumi Echo doing a good job there at zoning them away. Violet going to be able to use the conceal. Helps out with Tal. Vival's still hovering over, sitting in the back level. They get over to the full barrage, catches them. Vivian able to escape. Vival gets the retribution down on the Lord. So very low. Vival full HP now with Lycan form, trying to go for the chase. And Tal goes in 1v1 against Tin Cow. But that's where the Wind of Nature comes in handy. Vival so hovering over Lycan pounce. Tal has the immortality. Seems people want to steal this as well. But there you go. She steals it. She gets the Lord. It's still a win.
Yeah, I will say this. I think either way, the big chance that Lord's going over to Vitality. The fact that they could get the kill on the Shell, the fact that they could get the kill on the Cine is decent for the price of Violet. They're going to lose something here, but it might have been better. I think it's better than just giving up Lord. Wait, Jinja taking off on the map. Now it's a loss.
Now it's a Crash Course. Straight into the Earth Shatter onward combo. Vival just poking them down. No one's really hitting Vival. She's doing a whole lot of damage. The Lord going to be dealt with. But while they're all busy up top, look at Fumi Echo with a Warhammer down below, just striking the turrets, taking it down. Vival gets caught in the vacuum, as Wolf would put it, but will not be threatened. Yineng overturned. Good Mortal Coil to get out of it. Shell now sieging it down. Tal going to try to go for the Crash Course. They just poke them down. They actually are able to get a base turret down below with the first Lord.
And Vivo feels good on this, Roger. Able to just, the dancing back and forth, the poking, completely comfortable, knows her limits on this hero completely, knows that she can take a couple shots to the face from Funi on the Lu Yi and still be okay to get away, pop into the wolf form, but is really just able to push everything to the limit here. I really wish we could have saw how Chincha got taken out.
Same.
I mean, just getting caught off guard or something. It's now a 5K gold difference between Vitality and Teams Vega. A little bit of play possibly on the bot side, but do they know that? Shells? I don't think they know Shells there right now.
Well, they're going to walk up. I don't know if Chell wants to go for the pick onto main lane. I don't know if main lane is actually going to walk up into that bush. Chell goes for it. There's assassination. Come on to main lane. He gets it. My goodness, Chell. Now caught on the onward, but it's all a bait. Pilot's going to be caught even there. Implosion flicker from Vivian. And there's a penalty zone to lock them down. City caught in the full barrage, but they painted out another big ultimate. 2 members down. They might go for the siege.
That's the wait and bait right there. That's a sit back, relax, and wait for the hit. Shell sat in that bush until she knew the team was in the right distance that she could force him. And even if she started losing the fight, Vivian and the rest would show up in time.
Tao running back with the crash course. Vivian hovering over. They get another base turret without the Lord, and that was perfect timing as well. They have far lane control, they have mid lane control. Enhanced Lords coming up. This is Vitality.
This is definitely Vitality, but this is game 1. Team Falcons Vega gonna have to figure something out. We just get the Rose Gold Meteor locked in for Shell. Gets to be even more aggressive. Gets to even look for those one-on-ones even more now. And if you want to get close up and personal, you have the ability because you get a little bit of shield if you even happen to get brought low. But at this point, Shell's only done once. But wait, Falcons Vega going for the all-in.
They're also able to survive somehow. Top up to the shortcut from Bianco with the penalty zone to Chell. He's going to be able to space out. Flickers forward out to Footy Boomy. Gets the last swing of the hammer. Vivian still 1v3. Stopping the recall. Chell able to secure it. Violet there in the back. Cindy going to be caught in the crash course. Flickers out of the full barrage. Vivian, no implosion, no flicker. But again, even despite that flank, Vitality win it. What?
And Team Falcons Vega, they roll the dice, they risk it there, and it falls right on its face. The damage not there. They didn't have Chincha with them in that diversion, and now Team Vitality looking for the possible finish.
Bomienko just walking up. Chell is bursting Tao down. Immortality, one immortality in the back as well. A yin-yang overturn over to Chincha, just a diversion over towards them. It's a distraction for them to go for the base.
It's not just a distraction, that was destruction. Team Vitality showing why they are the best. Team Vitality showing why they don't take losses when it comes down to it. Yeah, we thought they looked a little shaky early on in the event, but right now, they're showing who the shaky teams really are.
Out of the 80 games played in this age-old matchup, Falcons Vega have only been able to take 10.
All right. That was an amazing game. Excited for the next, 2 or 4. Let's see what our experts have to say about it. Toss it over to Leon Renmar.
It's not just familiarity with their opponents, it's just another level of understanding of MLBB, how you play the map, your specific hero kits. They're showing why they are the queens of the scene.
Early on, it seemed like there were chances for Team Falcons Vega because of their aggressive nature, because of how picks like Ixia were rising through the meta. But as early as, say, the first 5 minutes, you could see that, again, the way Team Vitality is so honed in and how they're so laser focused on success just denies these kind of pocket picks, these cheese picks throughout, Chip and Loyi.
Yeah, it's denial. I feel like you said one of the key words here. It's the denial of the cheese picks, the power picks, but it's also denial of your opponents wanting to commit certain sequences. As you see here with the recap, that went a little bit over 16 minutes. Vitality, even though Falcons Vegas have kept it somewhat relatively close, it's just how they were moving. And I feel like I really want to put a lot of focus here onto 2 people. The mother of tanks.